Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for the French toast, I'm just mixing all of the dry ingredients first. I'm adding some flour, some sugar, and some nutritional yeast. I'm also adding some pumpkin pie spice, and I'm just mixing that all together until it's well incorporated. And then now I'm adding the wet seasoning. So I'm adding vanilla and oat milk, and I'm just mixing it once again to make sure that there's no lumps. And then I'm dipping the bread in the mixture. I used Ezekiel bread. You can use whatever bread you want. Just make sure it's a little bit stale. And then I'm melting some vegan butter. And I'm just cooking both sides of the bread until it's golden brown, and this is what it looks like when it's done. And now it is time to plate it. I'm just lining it all up after I cut it up, and then I'm adding some powdered sugar, some blueberries, and some syrup, and that's it. For the Grand Slam, I am just cutting up some firm tofu into little cubes, and then I will be adding them to a pot with some oil, and then I'm just going to crumble it up so that it looks like scrambled eggs. First I'm using like the wooden thing, but now I'm just going to use a fork because it's easier that way. And then I'm adding all of my seasoning. I added turmeric, salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika, dried parsley. That's the same seasoning that I use every single time, and as you can see, the turmeric gives it that yellow like egg color. And yeah, now I'm just adding some vegan cheese and just some water, and then just continuing to cook it until it's all the way cooked. Now it is time to peel the sweet potato. So I'm just peeling it, and then I'm just going to cut it up into little cubes. Once my potatoes are all cut up, I also cut up some sweet peppers, onions, and garlic, and I'm just adding that to a pan with some oil, and I'm just going to cook it until it is a little bit brown, and then I'm going to add the potatoes and cook them as well until they are brown. And this does take a little while, to cook the potatoes, but just be patient. And then I also am adding all of my seasonings. I use pretty much the same seasoning from the egg scramble, tofu scramble, whatever. So yeah, just salt, pepper, garlic, parsley, cilantro, paprika, everything. And then I'm also adding some water as well. So whenever the pan gets dry, just add water. I don't add oil. And then I covered it, and this is what it looks like. And now it is time to start on the bacon. So I am adding some barbecue sauce, some ketchup, some maple syrup, soy sauce, and liquid smoke. And yes, they do sell liquid smoke in the store. And I'm just using this seitan bacon, and I'm dipping each piece in the mixture, and I ended up putting them in a plastic Ziploc bag just to better marinate it. And yeah, I'm just gonna let it marinate for a few minutes, and then it is time to cook it over the stove. Just cook each side for a few minutes. Now it is time to put everything together. So I have my tofu scramble, and I added some lime. I have my potatoes with ketchup and the bacon and some maple syrup on the side, and that is it. For the apple pie oatmeal, I just have 2 apples, some old-fashioned oats, maple syrup, oat milk, cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla. And I'm just starting out by peeling and cutting both of the the apples. Now that the apples are all cut, I'm just adding them to some melted vegan butter in a deep pot, and I'm going to add my dry seasonings, and then I'm just going to cook it until they are brown. I'm also adding some water because the pot got kind of dry, and you just want to cook it until it's soft. And then you want to add the wet seasonings, so the milk and the vanilla and the maple syrup, and I'm just stirring that. And then I'm going to add the oats, and you're just going to cook it until the oat absorbs all of the milk. And then it should look like this. You know, you can cook it longer to make it thicker, but this is what it looks like when it's done. And then I saved some apples to add on top along with maple syrup and some vegan cocoa whip and some cinnamon, and that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.